Ever feel like we're practically swimming in data these days? It's everywhere you look.
Yeah.
And we're always trying to make sense of it all, right? Analyze it, pull out insights, use it to make smarter decisions. But here's the thing. Building those complex models needed for serious analysis, it can eat up a ton of time.
It absolutely can.
Hmm.
Traditional machine learning, it's a whole thing. You need a good amount of expertise and, let's be real, a lot of manual effort.
Hmm.
It can be a real bottleneck, slowing down progress and limiting who can even use data effectively.
Exactly. Like needing a specialized mechanic just to change a tire. But imagine if we could streamline the process, make that power of machine learning something anyone could tap into. That's where automated machine learning comes in. And today, we're diving deep into a tool that's making waves. FLAML, a Python library, getting a lot of buzz for its efficiency and user friendliness.
And we've got a great guide for this deep dive. The article From Eureka to FLAML, Creating the Future One Line at a Time. It goes beyond just what FLAML is and gets into its potential to really change how we approach data analysis as a whole.
They make a bold claim in the article. FLAML can get you up and running with just 2 lines of code. 2 lines. That's incredible, especially considering the complexity of what it's doing behind the scenes.
And the impressive part, FLAML doesn't sacrifice power for that simplicity. It handles the entire model selection process, which is basically like picking the right tool for the job. But from this massive toolbox of machine learning models, it looks at your specific data, understands the task, and then figures out the absolute best model to use, saving you potentially countless hours of trial and error.
So instead of spending weeks trying to bake a cake from scratch, it's like having an expert chef who not only knows every recipe, but can taste your ingredients and instantly tell you the perfect dish to make.
Exactly. That's a great analogy. It's
Yeah.
a game changer, especially for, say, businesses that need to analyze data quickly and effectively, maybe don't have a whole team of data scientists on hand, or even individuals who want to get more from their data.
Democratizing data, right? Giving everyone a seat at the table.
Exactly. FLAML is making it possible for anyone, no matter their technical background, to really harness the power of machine learning, whether they're optimizing business processes or just analyzing personal data trends.
And we're just getting started. Up next, we're digging into some actual code snippets to see how FlML handles real-world problems. It's about to get really interesting, so stick around.
Let's dive into those code snippets we talked about. They give us a real feel for how FLML tackles things in the wild. The article actually walks through an example from a Kaggle competition. The goal: predicting defects in a production line. Think like scratches, dents, anything that makes a product inconsistent. In this case, it was a batch of manufactured goods.
Oh, interesting. So sort of like quality control, but with a machine learning twist. And those issues, the scratches, dents, whatever they might be, those would become the target columns that FlML zeroes in on to make its predictions.
Exactly. The code shows how they took those specific defect categories and put them into a format that FLML can understand. It really highlights how even these messy real-world problems can be broken down and prepped for analysis.
So we've fed our data in, FlML's worked its magic, figured out the best model, but then the article mentions something called insights, which feels like a really important step beyond just, getting a prediction. What does that actually mean in this context?
It's crucial, right? Because FLML doesn't just give you an answer and call it a day. It can actually show you what's going on under the hood. The code snippets even include examples of how to generate these visualizations, things like feature importance graphs.
Hold on, I'm really curious about this. So instead of just a prediction, you can actually see which factors are carrying the most weight in the model's decision-making.
Precisely. Like, is a scratch a bigger deal than a dent when it comes to those products? You can see it visually. And you can also visualize the learning curve, which shows how the model got better over time during its training. These insights are so valuable, not just for understanding the results, but also for, building trust in the model itself. It's not this black box anymore,
Yeah.
You get to peek inside.
That's huge, that transparency, that understandability. I love this idea that FlML not only automates this complex process of building a model, but then also makes the results something you can actually grasp, something insightful.
It's pretty remarkable.
Right.
And it brings up this bigger question. When you put that kind of power into more hands, what happens? What does it mean for the future of data analysis? That's something we'll definitely want to unpack.
This is what's so fascinating to me. It's not just about, making a complex task easier. It's about who gets to use this kind of technology. FlML is really opening doors, isn't it?
It is. It's a real shift in accessibility. When you empower individuals, organizations, whoever it might be, to easily analyze their data, actually get something useful out of it. I mean, the possibilities are huge. Think about small businesses being able to refine their strategies, researchers uncovering those hidden patterns in their data, even artists, right? Finding new avenues for creativity, all thanks to tools like FLAML.
Like giving people this key to unlock hidden potential, stuff they might not have even known was there. Data analysis used to be so specialized, so time-consuming to learn, but FLML is part of this trend of democratizing it, making it more universal.
Absolutely. And as that trend keeps going, who knows what we'll see? A wave of innovation with data-driven decision-making at its core. It's exciting.
It really is. So, as we wrap up, for our listeners who are ready to explore this whole world of automated machine learning, what's the one thing they should keep in mind, especially as they start digging into tools like FLML?
I think it's crucial to remember that FLAML, even with all its power and user-friendliness, it's still a tool,
Yeah.
right? It's up to us, the humans, to use it effectively, responsibly, ask the right questions, think critically about the results, and always, always be aware of the potential impact of those data-driven decisions.
Such an important point to end on. Well, that's our deep dive into automated machine learning and the capabilities of FLAML. We hope this sparked some ideas, maybe even inspired you to uncover the possibilities hiding in your own data. Until next time.